Science 6. Simple machines.
Objectives. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to identify the types of simple machines. Give examples of simple machines. Describe the characteristics and uses of simple machines.
It is not easy to do everything manually. Most of the time, you need to use materials or devices that will help you do your work quickly and easily. These devices are called machines. A machine that has only one or two parts is called a simple machine. On the other hand, a compound machine consists of two or more simple machines.
Simple machines include lever, pulley, wheel and axle, wedge, screw, and inclined plane. A lever is a rigid rod or straight bar that is used to push, pull, and lift things. Aside from the actual rod or straight bar, a lever has three parts: the fulcrum or the point on which the lever turns, the load or resistance, which is the weight lifted, and the effort or applied force that lifts the load. Crowbars, seesaws, wrenches, wheelbarrows, nutcrackers, hammers, and baseball bats are commonly used levers.
The seesaw is an example of a lever. A lever is a rigid bar that turns about a fixed point called fulcrum. The weight lifted is called load or resistance. The upward force to lift the weight is called effort. There are three types of levers based on the position of the effort, fulcrum, and applied force. In a first-class lever, the fulcrum, F, lies between the load or resistance, R, and the applied effort, E. Examples are pair of scissors, crowbars, and seesaws. A crowbar is a first-class lever. It has a wedge on the working end, which lifts the load. The curved parts are the fulcrums, and the force is applied on the long end or handle. In a second-class lever, the load or resistance, R, lies between the fulcrum, F, and the applied effort, E. Examples are wheelbarrows, nutcrackers, pliers, and bottle openers. Construction workers use wheelbarrows in carrying materials such as sand. The load is the sand, and is in between the effort or hand grip, and the fulcrum or wheel of the wheelbarrow. In a third-class lever, the effort, E, is applied between the load, L, and the fulcrum, F. Examples are tongs, fishing rods, brooms, and tweezers. The fulcrum of a tong is the closed end. When the tong is pressed in the middle to apply effort, the open end grips the load.
2. The wheel and axle consist of a wheel attached to an axle. The axle is a bar or shaft on both ends of the wheel. If there are two wheels, the axle fastens them together so that they turn together. The door knob is an example of wheel and axle. The knob is the wheel, and the shaft to which it is connected is the axle. This type of simple machine is usually found in equipment that has parts that turn, such as clocks, pencil sharpener, electric fans, bicycles, and merry-go-rounds.
3. A pulley is a wheel or set of wheels that is used, with a rope or chain on its rim, to prevent the rope from slipping. This simple machine is used to lift or lower heavy loads. Pulleys can be found in flagpoles, sailboats, and Venetian blinds. A simple type of pulley is called a fixed pulley, because it is attached to something that does not move. An example of this type of pulley is the one that attached to a flagpole.
A movable pulley is one that moves with the load. Examples of this type of pulley include those that you find in elevator and cranes. A block and tackle pulley is a combination of a fixed pulley and a movable pulley. It is usually used in ships.
4. An inclined plane is a flat surface with one end that is higher than the other. It is used to raise or lower loads using a small amount of effort force. A ramp and a staircase are examples of inclined planes. An inclined plane is common in docks, factories, and construction sites. For example, when barrels are being loaded into big trucks, they will use a ramp. It is easier to load them into trucks this way, rather than carrying them one by one. 5. A wedge is a simple machine used to separate two objects or portions of objects through the application of force. A wedge is made up of two inclined planes. These planes meet and form a sharp edge that can split things apart. Examples of wedges are knives, chisels, saws, blades, carpenter's planes, and axes. Other wedges are pointed and rounded. Examples are needles, pins, nails, and ice picks. 6. A screw is an inclined plane wrapped around a cylinder. They are generally used to hold things together. Examples of screws are the coiled spring of a notebook, a wood screw, meat grinder, and the cap of a soda bottle. For example, simply turning the cap in the mouth of a bottle seals the bottle tightly.
Practice exercise. What simple machines are found in a can opener?
The answer is a lever and a wedge. What do you call the devices that help you do your work quickly and easily? The answer is machines.
Complete this sentence. A screw is a simple kind of blank.
The answer is inclined plane. What are the 6 kinds of simple machines?
The answers are lever, pulley, wheel and axle, wedges, screw, and inclined plane.
What type of machine has 1 or 2 parts only? The answer is simple machine.